Bit Squad, welcome back to the channel. We got a big video for you today, and there was an even bigger candle that just happened a little bit ago. So we're gonna be taking a look at that, and we're gonna be taking a look at why even the most bearish TA experts out there believe that all-time highs are coming for Bitcoin, and maybe sooner than you think. We're gonna tell you when. Also gonna be taking a look at the debate between Pomp and Peter Schiff. Is Peter Schiff tries to avoid becoming an internet meme? We're also going to be taking a look at a UK watchdog making some determinations about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and we're going to let you know what kind of coins may be in trouble. And also, we are going to be taking a look at the huge LedgerX news that occurred yesterday and then was canceled out today. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Also, don't forget to like and comment for our contest. I'll put up the image right now so you guys can see it. Giving away $1,000 in crypto and prizes. All you gotta do is like and comment all of our videos between July and August for your chance to win. So you guys will notice behind me, look at this beautiful, I hope I'm looking the right way. I'm looking one way, I don't know which way. Just look behind me. We got the beautiful new bitboycrypto.com. This is where we're going to be getting all our news stories from now on. So you guys are going to want to go check out bitboycrypto.com. We also got a bunch of merch on the page and stuff like that. Show you some of that a little bit later. So here we go. Let's check out the markets right now. That number is not correct. Let's see. Here we go. $10,412 for Bitcoin. We're doing Bitcoin news in the morning. Have an altcoin video for you guys later today. 3.76% gains. Huge. Look at that. No end in sight. Who knows how high it's going to go? It may go all the way to $20,000. Probably not, but it could. It probably won't. But Bitcoin dominance coming in at 65.8%. That thing is rising by the second. It is up 0.6% just in the last 5 hours. So if you're a fan of Bitcoin, then you definitely love the domination of the market it is having right now. So take a look. Right now, the price of Bitcoin coming in at $10,373 on Coin360. Let me refresh that, see if maybe that's an old number. Nope. So we have about $100 difference between coinmarketcap.com, or really about $60, $70 difference. Not that bad. But if you are a Bitcoin fan, then you are certainly loving the size of that box, as it's just getting bigger and bigger as Bitcoin is continuing to take over the market. It's got almost 70% of the entire market right now. Totally crazy. Back several months ago, we never would have thought this would have happened. When Bitcoin dominance was above 50%, it seemed like that was absolutely as high as it could get, going up to 70. If you're a Bitcoin maximalist, you're loving this. You're wanting this thing to just eat up all these altcoins. If you got a bunch of altcoin bags, they're feeling heavy right now. So, okay, let's check out some of the stories. Let's start with this one right here. Bitcoin staying above $10,000. Even the bears are believing an all-time high in 2020. Now, basically, a lot of bearish TA experts out there are now starting to say that they believe that Bitcoin will be at an all-time high before May of next year. Now, there's a very specific reason why. We've talked about it on the channel a good bit. The halving. And you can find this news article on bitboycrypto.com to read in depth. But basically, the halving is where the block rewards will be cut from 12.5 Bitcoins per block down to 6.25 Bitcoins per block. Now, what that means is before that happens, miners are going to try to buy up and mine as much as they can to try to maximize their profit, because when the halving actually happens, we will see a temporary drop, a big dip, as the block rewards are cut in half instantly. And, it will take a little bit for, people to get used to that and to adjust their hash rate, their mining equipment, and things like that. Make sure you check out the next episode of Beards and Bitcoins, where we are going to talk to Crypto Christopher Walken about mining. So not only do we have a new all-time high coming before May next year, institutional investors are driving Bitcoin demand right now. And we saw that yesterday with the futures news from Ledger. We're going to be talking about what that means here in just a minute. But one thing's for sure, institutional investors are taking over for this next run. Now, not all Bitcoin and crypto analysts agree that institutional investors are taking over. Some believe the market is still driven by retail investors. But why this is so significant is because in 2017, the parabolic move that the entire market went under was driven almost completely by retail investors. And what do retail investors have? They have limitations on how much they can invest. What do institutional investors have? Pretty much a blank check to invest as much as they want. The only thing that could be, the only argument to be made against a huge parabolic move due to the institutional investing is that institutional investors don't really like a lot of volatility in their investments. So what we may see is a more prolonged, more gradual bull run this time where the numbers go way higher, but it takes a lot longer to get there, as opposed to, the way that it happened last time where, it was gradual, a little bump, gradual, and then it just went parabolic. So you guys be on the lookout for that. So we have a UK watchdog saying that Bitcoin does not need regulation. This is the FCA, no, not your high school group, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, but the Financial Conduct Authority from the UK. Now, what they've said that basically Bitcoin and Ethereum do not have to be regulated, because they're exchange tokens, not in the sense of Binance token, but basically their main purpose is exchanging value and things like that. So it's primarily used as a method of exchange as opposed to security tokens and utility tokens. So if you're a big fan of a utility token, me, this guy, or some of the possible security tokens that may be coming out, those are going to be a little bit different and they're going to require regulation. Now, what may not be included in that can fall in the same category as Bitcoin and Ethereum would be anything that is considered e-money, digital currency, basically in the same vein as Bitcoin and Ethereum. Its sole purpose is exchange of value. In that case, those also may not need to be regulated the same way that the other ones do. With utility tokens and security tokens, you're basically giving a company money and saying, go make this work, but you're not getting anything back. Whereas with a stock, you are basically buying a part of the company. So you actually have some ownership of something, and that is the big difference. Now, it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows, or as I said here, roses and sunshine, because basically the FCA said that, yes, while they don't need to be regulated, basically cryptocurrency in general has no intrinsic value. Bitcoin has no intrinsic value, and we just know that's not true. Well, let me rephrase that. That is true. Bitcoin has no intrinsic value. However, the FCA here refuses to draw the comparison that neither does a piece of green paper. If we had an apocalypse and almost all of humanity died, and then 500 years from now, humanity sprung up again, and they were able to, create a new society and technology, and we were to go to them with one of our dollars, they may not even know what that is. It's a piece of paper with ink on it. The only thing that is worth anything that is a piece of paper, with ink intrinsically would be something like maybe a contract that includes contract language, or maybe a piece of art, the argument can be made. But a dollar bill definitely does not have intrinsic value. It has value for the same reason that Bitcoin does. We all agree that it does. Not all of us agree that US dollar has as much value as a lot of people say that it does. So here we go. Let's go to this story next. So gold and Bitcoin collide in a debate between Pomp and Peter Schiff. Who writes these clickbaity headlines? Gold versus Bitcoin cage match. That was me. My website is basically like a lot of good empirical, or information, or cut and dry facts about news, along with some one-liners and some zingers. So you guys might like that. So basically yesterday on July 31st, gold advocate Peter Schiff and Pomp, aka Anthony Pompliano, had a debate on CNBC Africa about what's better, gold or Bitcoin, and basically boiled down to this. Pomp was arguing for the technology, the future, the message behind crypto, and Peter Schiff was basically arguing, saying that we're all in a bubble, not a financial bubble, but we're like in an aquarium, an echo chamber, where we're constantly surround ourselves with people that agree with us. And because of that, we really can't see the ridiculousness of this whole movement. And basically Schiff said that everybody that's in it is just in it for the Lambos hey, I'm waiting for my Lambo in the mail. It'll be here any day now, I hope anyways, even though I didn't order one. But basically, this was a really cool debate to watch. Very interesting, the interaction they had between one another. And, you know, here's the warning that Pomp gave to Peter Schiff. He said, don't become an internet meme. Because if Bitcoin becomes what we all know that it is going to become, he is going to be memed similarly to the way that the internet is going to fail author was memed. Basically, there was an article in Newsweek in 1995 that the internet was going to fail. People would rather go in stores than spend money online, and it was never going to work. You weren't going to be able to talk to people online and things like that. And the guy who wrote that article became a meme, right? Because that's ridiculous. We know the internet is like everything now, and he said it was destined to fail. So, you know, it was kind of funny to hear Pomp give that argument and basically tell him, like, you're going to be kicking yourself for this down the road. Not necessarily because of the financial implications. He's already a rich guy, but because he is going to get memed. And I want to become the first person to meme him at that point. So we're going to look at the Ledger story here in just a second. Before we do that, I did want to say, like, I do have merch on the website here. I'm in the process of filling out the whole website. It's not like 100% complete right now, but I am pretty happy with it at this point. I got social links down here if you want to check out my social media. But, you know, I got hats. I'm definitely going to be putting some more merch on. These are the hats that I wear every day here. They got the logo on the back, as you guys can see. I got kids' clothes. You know, my dad thinks I'm so cool. He bought me a Bitcoin. Like, that's a pretty cool shirt. Go get your kid that. He'll want it. Then we got, I'm going to work some more BitBoy character shirts in there. So we do have men's shirts. And then we got a couple shirts for the ladies. And then we got, check it out, we got BitBoy iPhone case. We got a mug. And let me tell you, that's a huge mug. Ask Armando. He'll tell you, Crypto Turf. He's got a giant mug. It's like that big. So you're definitely going to want to make sure that you hit that up. So, okay, moving on to the LedgerX news. LedgerX jumped the gun. CFTC has not approved Bitcoin futures. Man, what an incredible author this guy is. LedgerX's falsely claims. There's my first typo, guys. First typo. That's supposed to say false claims. That is not a typo. That's a misspeaking. LedgerX falsely claims, I need to get rid of the apostrophe S there, to be the first to physical Bitcoin futures contract. So it was huge news yesterday. Basically, what people were saying is that LedgerX is the first, you know, openly tradable platform that has physically backed futures contracts with Bitcoin. Now, the difference between a non-physically backed futures contract and one that is physical would be that the CME contracts from 2017, basically you could settle them with US dollars, meaning you never had to buy Bitcoin, but these contracts are backed by Bitcoin. Therefore, you have to settle them in Bitcoin. You have to own Bitcoin to basically have these contracts. So that's actually good for the market as opposed to the paper Bitcoins of 2017. So we all know, we've all been focused on backed, right? BAKKT, the meme, right? It's never going to launch. Apparently right now, they're actually testing their delivery system for the futures contract. So we'll have to see if it actually works, if we ever get a real launch with it. But this news came out of nowhere yesterday that LedgerX is the first. Well, turns out it's not exactly right. As you guys can see from this, it's official. We're live retail trading on Omni. Bitcoin spot and options trading is now available to everyone with futures coming soon, CFTC. Thanks to everyone who signed up for the waitlist. You'll be hearing from us soon. So basically the long and the short of it is that it seems like this might have been a marketing ploy by LedgerX to get people to sign up for their waitlist for when these contracts actually launch, because they're not launched yet. The CFTC confirmed that this has not actually happened yet. So definitely very interesting. Definitely we do want this. We do want these physical Bitcoins, in my opinion, or we want these physical Bitcoin physically backed futures contracts. It's so complicated saying all these words. It's so hard doing my job. But we want those. We don't want the paper Bitcoins, because the paper Bitcoins are basically just like IOUs. And that defeats the point of having a limited supply when it comes to Bitcoin. So definitely very interesting. So later today, I'm going to have a video for you guys probably tonight on altcoins. Another article on the website. We're going to talk about IOST. We're going to talk about, obviously, we're going to talk about some other things as well. We're going to talk about Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin SV. So you guys are going to want to make sure to stay tuned for that. It's going to be out a little later tonight. Usually I'm going to have Bitcoin news in the morning, altcoin news in the evening, but I've been working on the website all day, so a little late to the video, but hope you guys enjoy this. Hope you guys enjoyed the green candle that's going on right now. Make sure to smash the like if you prefer. Just don't break your computer. Make sure you comment for your contest entry. BitBoy out.